Hello, everybody, and welcome back. There's magery afoot. So, time has slowed for some of you as Lyric attempts to get everybody to just like chill the fuck out. But outside, Litany, what are you gonna do?
I said just at the end of the break, I was like, I wish that you'd cast a time effect on me so I could have had more
So,
time to try to figure this out.
so just
I,
from like a GM and group perspective,
yeah,
because the audience didn't get to see this. So on the break, we made a point of like pausing the action in a very like literal way and be like, hey, so how's everybody doing? Are we feeling like okay? Because there's some tense PC conflict stuff going on here. We don't want anybody to feel like bad about the game. We like checked in to make sure that we were all doing okay, which I believe we all are. I got the thumbs up from everybody. Yeah, we talked about like, because this is a thing that comes up sometimes in gaming where you're like, I'm just playing my guy. My guy hates your guy because your guy's doing a different thing. And now we're fighting. But really, it's like you feel bad and everybody feels shitty. But we don't have that
yeah.
problem today. So everything's okay. And we're going to carry on and let the game take us where it takes us. So, Litany, outside the magical effect, what do you want to do?
Um, and can I clarify that the way, so obviously what's happening is that Kaguya wants to kill Daryl. Iori doesn't want Kaguya to kill Daryl. Kaguya, you were planning on like straight up knifing him
I mean,
or
I don't think that particular detail matters, but Kaguya is like trying
I
to.
mean, it matters.
I was going to seal the closet so that he suffocated.
That was the original
Okay.
plan. Yeah.
You've broken through into the closet.
The
So
closet
now I'm in
currently
the
has
closet.
yeah the closet currently has no door, or it does, but its door is made out of paper shard. It's like one of those things that football players jump through when they come running in all excited.
Yeah.
I'm sure those have a name. I don't know what it is.
Their name is football, all
Yeah,
caps, eight exclamation marks.
football and shouting. So yeah, so Litany, you are in the hall.
Okay. Okay. Um, the whole time that this has been happening, that I've been like listening to it, I've been like going through my bag and like trying to like. At first, I was trying to like think a plan, and then I gave up on that, and I'm just trying to like feel a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I can still feel like Daryl's like racing heartbeat or whatever as he listens to all of this through the
Derek,
door.
Daryl, Chad, Todd. Yeah. So
Whatever.
you feel the like thump 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 thump, and then suddenly it's like slows way down, and like the blood rushing through his veins like becomes mud, and like
Uh-huh.
yeah, and he's in this situation that he's like physical, like his spiritual presence is just like fucking things up for everybody because he's making all the magic harder. He's like consensus beacon in this scene, but also like he's panicking, but now he's panicking in slow motion. And then the door just like ripped and he's like, "What?"
Um, okay. So I spent basically that time where everyone was arguing, like first like rifling through my bag and like having the like shit, I don't have anything for Daryl. I have something for Kaguya. I could fuck Kaguya up. Do I want to do that? And then my
So,
hand hit my knife roll,
mhm,
and then I knew what my plan was, and then everything went slow-mo. I'm
mhm.
gonna walk into the room.
Okay. So if
Um,
you go into the room, like if you stand outside, you're looking into the room and everything is happening in slow motion, even though you're moving at normal speed. If you step
yeah.
into the room, you'll slow down.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can affect it from the outside, but there's a little bubble of slow time in the room.
Ugh.
Like maybe you walk past it and like your hair brushes the bubble and like slows down, kind of like floating next to you, and then you like pull it out of the bubble and it moves to normal speed again.
Okay, so
You
that
can
won't
still
work.
magic into it without moving.
I know, but that was not my plan. So now I have to come up with another plan.
Hmm.
Um, hmm, hmm. Shit. Um, Okay. I'm trying to figure out what I can do with like entropy and forces.
What do you have in those?
2 in each.
Okay. Well, entropy 2, let's talk a little bit about that. You can control randomness with it. Entropy 1 is about like detecting patterns and seeing weakness in structures, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, 2 allows you to affect like small scale random stuff in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
Forces 2 allows you to manipulate existing forces. You can't just conjure things out of nothing, but you can like mute sound or amplify it, make things brighter or darker, raise like heat, disrupt electrical currents, stuff that's already there becomes stronger or weaker. Like gravity, for example, would be a big one.
Is is the room that we're in like
Force,
backing up against the exterior wall of the building or against like a hallway? Like
it's on the inside. Yeah, it's not up against the outside one.
it took me so much thinking to come up with a plan and then it won't work.
I mean, the effect, like Lyric is having to concentrate on the effect. If you knock Lyric out, then the time will go back to normal and you can get up in the room.
Yeah, but everyone else will be back to normal too.
You could also take away, like, reduce all the gravity in the room so everybody's just like floating. That's a thing you could do.
But that'll affect me too.
Yeah. If you get enough successes, you could exempt yourself from it.
Um, fuck it. I will just. I wanted to be sure, so I was going to do it a different way. But I'll walk to the edge of the room, and like stand in the doorway as close as I can get without being in the.
Yeah, sure. Sitting at the edge of the slow time bubble.
Without being in the thing, and I'll shout, "I'm sorry."
Okay.
And the door to the door to the closet is like ripping open.
Yeah,
right?
it's like paper and it's all torn and could
Can
be
I
a
see
stepping
Daryl?
backwards. Yeah, you can see him past
I'm gonna make eye contact with him
Yeah.
when I shout, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the knife out of my bag
Yeah.
and I'm gonna stab myself
Ow. Okay.
and kill Daryl.
Okay. All right. Sure. That's totally a thing you can do. Thankfully, he'll bleed out more slowly because of time.
God. That's horrific.
So you want to use just a life effect to deal damage to him
Yeah, I
mechanically?
want to kill him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is life 2, I think, to do that. Let's see. Life 3. Okay. Yeah, so life 3, vulgar effect, difficulty is going to be 8. Let me just double check. Oh no, life 2, yeah, learns to adjust their patterns or heal or kill them. It's only life 2. So you can totally do that.
Only life 2.
Yeah, it's one more, like one less difficulty, so.
Yeah. So I'm rolling I'm spending a willpower.
Okay. And before you roll, we'll talk about the results here. So, I feel like, see, this is the thing. Like, I feel like basically what you're doing here is like, you're not, the knife thing is a symbol. It's not like you want to hurt him in the same way you're hurting yourself. It's not a voodoo doll thing, right?
No, it's that like I don't have anything of his. So I'm using like my instruments are like that I'm using right now are eye contact, ordeals, blood offerings, that kind of shit. A bunch of shit all at once.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So yeah, vulgar with witnesses, 7 difficulty. You get 1 automatic success, and like It's funny because normally it would be like you roll and deal like lethal damage and blah 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 blah. But I mean, I think it's easier just to be like, yeah, cool. You stop his heart from working, like it ruptures, because that makes more sense. Because otherwise, this turns into just like I'm doing a life effect to deal, and you'll end up just dealing him 2 damage.
The whole point is that I want to kill him as quickly as possible.
Yes, exactly. You're
I think
rupturing
we're
his heart.
prepared to allow that to happen, even if it's
Totally
slightly not how it's supposed to. Sounds good.
I mean, the thing is that you're all in slow-mo. You can't stop me.
Well, it's not even about that. I think what Dave was saying is that like Andrew and Dave and Adam are all like, it's okay. We can ignore the fact that you should just be doing lethal damage.
Oh yeah.
And instead, we'll just have you. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and make your roll.
Yeah.
I think basically it'll be like 1 success, you like really hurt him. 2 success, he'll die soon, like he'll bleed out for sure, unless someone gets him to like a hospital. And then with 3 successes, he dies like right away. As like right away, like half speed right away, but within a few seconds.
Yeah.
The more immediately dead he is, based on how many rolls
you said that because it's only life 2, but I have life 3, that lowers the difficulty?
No, it's because the difficulty is based on whether it's vulgar or not, plus the number of dots you would need to make the effect. So it's 2 plus it's a vulgar effect, so it's 7 total.
Okay, so the fact that I have life 3 doesn't matter.
No. It just means that if you wanted to, you could also like reform his skeleton into like a tower. Like if you wanted to like really fuck him up in a like intense way, you definitely could.
I'm not going for gruesome here.
Exactly. You don't want to.
I'm going for like this is a mercy kill.
Yeah.
So difficulty 7. I've spent a willpower, so I have 1 success.
Yep.
So I have 3.
Bam. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, if it weren't for the magic, he would die instantly, right? Of like instant like heart rupturing. But as it is, yeah, his heart fails violently. One of the ventricles tears or something, and yeah, the internal bleeding and heart failure will kill him in a matter of seconds. Or if Lyric stops the time,
I'm gonna
magic.
like maintain eye contact the whole time
while he dies,
and like try to I don't know if that would be like a life effect or I want to just basically like I want to make this like as painless as possible for him, or I'm trying to like give him a feeling of calm or like absorb the like terror from it or something. Like I'm trying to.
The thing is like
you just flood him with endorphins.
I was gonna say, so that's the thing. Like for you, like you don't have any mind magic, so whatever he's experiencing in his head, that's on him. But you can make you can make his body.
Know what he's thinking.
Yeah, you can make the stimulus different.
Yeah,
and since everybody else gets half as many actions as you do, you can do another thing. And then everybody else can go. So, you want to like.
Can I use entropy to like? No, that would be time. Never mind. I was like, can I use entropy to speed it up? I was like, that's time.
That is exactly what time is.
You can't.
I mean, you could just make him not feel pain. That's a thing life magic can do. You can just turn off the pain receptors in his body. I just want to. Yeah,
it's everything's scary, but I want to like turn the pain off. Actually, I'll exchange it
off before anything else. I think, right? Like, and you don't have like pain receptors in your heart, like.
You can, but when you're having a heart attack, you do feel a pain in your chest and like your side goes numb.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it depends. For different people, like that's the
usual one, but yeah, interesting.
Or maybe I want to like. Yeah, like
and like your side goes numb.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it depends. For different people, like that's the
usual one, but yeah, interesting.
Or maybe I want to like. Yeah, like flood his system with oxy.
Yeah. You got life 3. You can do all kinds of stuff.
The one that's the like. The thing my.
Dopamine.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if he dies. He dies in pain. Yeah, it's interesting because this is actually more advantageous to you than Lyric. So time magic can boost the speed of a person and give you an extra non-magical action, but that's not what's happening here. All that's happening is that you just have 2 rounds to go for everybody else's 1. Okay, so he yeah, make another roll. This one's coincidental because it's all internal for him. It's changing how his body is functioning in a way no one would notice except him.
Yeah, I just want to like flood him with like pleasant feelings instead of terror ones.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so difficulty 5 or yeah, difficulty 5. Arte.
I spend a willpower on this one too.
Okay.
No, I accidentally put the thing as gives you a box that's before.
Yeah, like dice pool modifier.
And I put it there instead, and I was like, that's not correct. 5, 3.
Bam. Okay. Yeah. So there's the moment of like shock where he's like, oh, hold on, my body is stopping. That's not good. A bad thing is happening to me. And then he's like, but it feels pretty great, so it's cool. And yeah, you feel, because you're still like connected by way of your life effect from before. And yeah, it's just like a lot of confusing, conflicting stuff happening in his body, but he doesn't feel himself dying.
And I'm hoping that just like by just giving him an incredibly strong like physical or like somatic or whatever response, that will somehow like bump like that. Yeah, that will affect his like reptilian brain, and that it will like be more powerful than actually manipulating his thoughts.
Cool. Okay.
But who knows? I can't tell what he's thinking. I watch him die.
Yeah. Iori and Lyric and Kaguya, while that's happening, all of you have a chance to do something, but it's not stop the guy from dying, unless you like try to rewind time. But time in here is already complicated, so.
I have a thing I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna eat his life essence as quintessence.
Wow.
Nom, 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 nom.
I mean, you might as well. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so basically, like, I see Litany do this crazy magic thing where she's just like, sorry.
But it happens at like double speed too, so you're like, what the fuck's going on? And then it's like something is happening, and
Kaguya is quick-witted enough to like figure it out.
yeah.
And so I like turn it.
It's happening at regular speed, and you're just everything else is just in slow-mo.
Yeah, double speed compared to you. Yeah.
So I turn and see Daryl like having
well, we'll go by the initiative order. So technically Iori gets to go first. And then if Iori has anything to do.
Iori has no idea how to react to this at all. He's just shocked face.
Okay.
You can move on to Kaguya.
Okay. Yeah, so Kaguya, you wanna go all dead-eyed on him?
Turn and see what's happening, and just like I'm in a rush to like catch it before it leaves. I just like grab his head and stare directly into his eyes.
Okay.
And just like
Fucking with my shit.
Yeah, he's looking at Litany.
Yeah, so I like pull him away. So I probably like interrupt the tail end of his like good feelings experience. And just be like, oh, actually no, this is horrible. You're dying.
Energy vampirism.
And I'm eating your soul.
Let's see here. I guess it's not energy vampirism because he's dying. You're catching a thing that's already
the most appropriate rule, I think, is the sacrifice rules, the like ritual sacrifice rules.
Okay. Yeah. Harvesting through sacrifice.
Which is easier to do.
It is much easier, yeah. Heart's blood. Oh, that allows you to use your own body as quintessence. That's kind of cool.
Which is a thing that I imagine
Litany would be super into, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Through fearsome act of unwilling sacrifice. Oh, you have to have prime 3. Oh, that's if they're alive. I think it might be a Prime 3 thing. I think you might.
Oh, that's so boring.
I know.
So bad.
Ritual objects give you a point of quintessence, like burnt offering. Um,
I mean, it's an offering of
well, there's
human.
literally the rules, yeah, are lambs to the slaughter. Through the fearsome act of unwilling sacrifice, you can use Prime 3 to pull quintessence out of a living being's pattern in the process of doing something horrible to it.
So I need Prime 3 to do this.
Yes. With Prime 3, you would get 10 quintessence out of him, but...
Oh, damn, that's a lot.
yeah,
Can I get,
human has 10 quintessence in them. And maybe it slips... I mean, maybe this is the inspiration for you to, like, get Prime 3, in that you, like, feel it slip through your fingers. The net you're able to cast is too wide.
Yeah,
and
so
his,
I try to catch his soul, but
yeah, his soul, like, slips out away from you.
But yeah, I like grab his head and lock eyes with him, and he probably, like, for everyone else, you see him like flicker, like he like loses all color for a moment, and like some other weirdness happens, but then he like returns to normal, and I just like drop him.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that lyric ends the effect when he like hits the floor, right? When it's just obvious, like it's too late, and yeah, and he dies. His like eyes roll back in his head, and I don't even know, like, if your heart suddenly like tore open. I guess there would be internal bleeding, but he wouldn't. His like lungs aren't punctured and his stomach's not punctured, so he wouldn't like cough up any blood. He just died. His heart just broke in a bad way. And so, like, I guess later when they find him here, they'll just be like, well, something horrible happened to this guy. But yeah, so he's just like lying there dead. He toast.
So as soon as I feel like the time magic thing, as soon as I feel him go out and the time magic thing stop, I'll like, if everyone turns and looks at me, then I'll just say it. But otherwise, I'll step into the room and say, "All right, we're done. Can we go?"
Yeah, and I think Lyric is like looking at all three of you, and their like eyes are like welling up. And they take a step back, like, and they like bump into the desk, and they're like shaking their head, like looking around, and they see you, like, Litany, you've got like blood like dripping down your, like, from your under your collarbone or wherever you poked yourself, and yeah, and they're just like, what? And they look at you, Litany, like they're surprised. They're like, what did you do?
I stopped him suffering, and now he's gone. Let's get on with it.
And yeah, Lyric's like, no, I don't want to get on with it. I want to leave. And they like go out into the hall. They like push past you.
And I'm like walking behind them. I'm just like, no one's stopping you.
I don't think they look helplessly like at you, Litany. Like, seriously? Like, okay, this is how it's gonna be.
I think I'll lower my voice. I mean, probably everyone can still hear me, but it's more for effect. I'll lower my voice and be like, there's still someone in the basement. They're very ill. I'm wondering who they are and why they're being kept there.
Yeah, I think Lyric just like shakes their head and they're like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm leaving. And they like turn around and just like start walking back out towards the hallway or the lobby.
I think I'll be like, they don't know we're here yet. We still have time.
Who are you saying that to?
I'm just
saying it. Yeah. Okay.
I think I'll say, Lyric, please. I'm worried the person downstairs is suffering. We can get them. We could take them out of here.
I think they stop and they turn around and they're like full on like crying now, and they're like there's nothing you can do to help that person. You're horrible. All of you. He didn't have to die. This is insane. I don't want anything to do with you. And they like turn around and keep storming out.
I think I would be like,
No one seems to care.
I care a lot, but I think I think I will actually like take a few like large steps after them and like grab them by the shoulder and like lean in close by their ear and say like, I'm sorry, there was no way I could stop.
I think maybe that's your intention, right? Like you
Yeah,
run after them
yeah.
and like I think they like freak out when you touch them, right? They like
Mm-hmm.
pull away from you
Mm-hmm.
and like shout like don't touch me. Um and kind of like turn around and like push you away.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're standing out in the lobby now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're just like shaking their head and they're like, I don't care. I don't care why you did it. You just killed someone who did nothing to you, and I don't. And they like I think they look at you and they say they're like this is exactly what happened before. This is why none of this works. You're all horrible.
And I like nod and I'm like, I did all I could do.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
think
downstairs.
yeah, I think they like run now. They like run out to the like towards the hallway where the door was propped open. They flee, I guess is the correct word for it.
And I just start walking really quickly to the stairwell and push the door open.
Okay. Yuri, what are you doing while all this is happening?
I don't think Yuri's done anything. I think Yuri's still
Just
standing.
just
in the
standing
same
there.
spot.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think I'll pep talk Iori then. He's looking all stunned.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk up to him and like look him in the eyes. And he's just like blank slate.
Yeah, for like now, probably until you start talking.
You did what you could, and I appreciate where you're coming from. It's over now. Let's get back to it.
Yeah. At the very least, he doesn't. Maybe it's not in vain. Fine, let's go.
And I just kind of like I don't say anything reassuring. I just walk away. Like, yeah, it's gonna be okay. I'm just like gone.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Okay. All right. So you you're gonna head out. How are you gonna get down to the basement? Do you want to just go take the stairs? Is that the plan?
I think so. That's where.
That's what I've already done. So
Okay, yeah. So you're the first one there. So you're just gonna go by yourself?
I'm like, that's what I'm doing. I can't convince anyone else. I'm just doing it.
Okay.
I've given up on strategizing. Strategizing has not worked for me, so I'm just doing things now.
Okay.
based
Yeah.
on-
I'm
Like-
stoked to follow in the wake.
I'm just doing things based on gut instinct now, and I'm going downstairs.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you come up to the stairwell and give the bar a push, and a fire alarm starts to go off.
That's fine.
Immediately, there are feelings of like sudden shock and like adrenaline from the people upstairs.
Mm-hmm. There's several floors up, though, right?
Yeah. But they hear the alarm and they're like, oh
Yeah.
shit. And then you start to head downstairs. No change from the person downstairs.
And I'm like running down the stairs. I'm doing that thing where you like watch the stairs and then just like run down them as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah, you
Like, boop, 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 boop,
book it
boop,
down the
boop.
stairs. I guess Kaguya and Iori, you're gonna do the same. You're gonna head after Litany.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be a not insignificant distance between me and Kaguya, though. We're not like running at the same pace.
Okay. All right. So Litany, you get down to the to the floor where you burst through the door. There's like a long concrete hallway with like a bunch of like metal and rubber like cabling like above you. maybe like an air duct. It's an obvious like basement, like maintenance thing. It probably connects to the there's like a parkade under the building. For everyone who's doesn't know what that is, a parking garage. A parking garage under the building. Multi-level parking garage. But there's a parkade under the building. And yeah, somewhere down here, there's a person who's feeling confused and sick and is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I'm basically like every time I get to like an intersection, I'm taking the one that is closer towards them.
Sure.
And just like running.
Okay. Yeah. So eventually, breathing hard, you get to a like an unmarked door, painted like a dull bluish gray, with a keypad, a security keypad, and like an obvious like lock on it. Big metal like locking mechanism. Oh, it's locked. It's like there's like metal pieces that come from the wall into the door. Next to the keypad.
So I catch up behind and I say, where's Lyric?
I'm just like staring at the keypad, and I'm gonna try like some kind of entropy forces thing on it to try to like. Oh yeah, I guess I should have taken one paradox for that last stabbing a person thing.
That's true.
I don't think I took that. I'm at 5. And yeah, I'm gonna try to like read the electricity from it or something, or like I honestly don't know what I'm doing because I don't usually do something like this, and so I'm like staring at this lock like fuck.
I think that's mostly the thing, and like technological shit and your paradigm don't go well together. So
no, they don't.
So you just like overload it, just like.
Yeah, I'm just like staring at it, trying to and like poking it and like trying to figure out what the fuck to do. So you say a thing to me and I'm just like obviously fixated on this lock. Which is way more your kind of thing.
Yeah, so we both catch up.
Yeah, I think the three of you are like in the hole now.
Yeah. Yeah, again, like not standing too close, but seeing what the situation is. I say like, it's probably just going to be easiest if we move the door. The other tech in this place doesn't work properly.
And I turn around like really frustrated. I'm like, I don't care what the best way to do it is, just fucking do it.
Fine.
And I am like looking at you and looking at Kaguya like, one of you do something. Get this door open. Like.
Okay, so I think I take like out of a little pouch. I have an instrument for matter 2 now that I do have it, and it's like a glove with a magic circle inscribed on it.
Cool.
And I'm going to just move the metal so that there is a door hole in it. I don't need to transmute it into anything else. I'm just doing like basic transmuting the shape of an already existing thing.
Okay. So you just want to fuck with the like lock itself. You're not trying to unlock the door. You just want it to.
No, I'll just move some of the metal off the door.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. You just move it. Cool. All right. So it's a matter 2, vulgar, without witnesses.
Okay.
So 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So you attempt to bend the reality of the door. You accrue another paradox, but.
Yeah, that takes me up to 5, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think I have the self-confidence to do it right now. I try, but just not working.
Okay.
Yeah, so I see you try a thing and it doesn't work. And then I like look impatiently at Kaguya like, fucking do something.
I look at you. I'm like, why not just try a combination?
And I just like roll my eyes and I'm like,
I mean, Litany does have entropy too, right?
Yeah, I'm actually just looking to see if 2 is like enough. That's enough of a coincidence. You might need 3.
It's probably we can't do anything. Probably we can't do anything.
yeah.
But just maybe.
That's why I was like, I have entropy 2
Three,
and forces
3 is
2.
3 is the threshold for controlling fate and fortune. Large feats of probability. Like at 2, you can do like die rolls or like this or that kind of things. But
Like just guessing the password.
guessing
off
the
top
password
of
would be
my head.
it would be 3.
Would be 3.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to figure out if there's something I could do to like
With the spheres,
short out
yes, with
or-
the spheres you have, totally. It would just be a question of how you get your like your paradigm to play nice with that, right? Like
Mhm. I just want to fucking smash it. But it's not very delicate. I mean, I'm not very delicate, but
yeah, I mean matter 2 can turn the
I don't have matter.
No, I know, but I mean like generally like for the group, like
Yeah.
matter 2 can turn the door into something else. Correspondence could just make the door like make a different door open into that room. You could just teleport into the room and open it from the other side.
Yeah, because I just feel like my life magic is not useful here.
Yeah, like life could make you stronger, but probably not strong enough to rip the door
Not strong
open.
enough to like rip a door off. Not
Okay,
a
I'm just
metal
so
door.
we've got a door which leads into like, is it clear what it leads into on the other side?
No.
Like
I know a person is on the other side.
so we don't know anything about what's on the other side of this door.
Correct. Yeah.
Does the door have hinges that I can see?
No, the hinges are on the other side. It opens in.
Is
Very
there a clear swing to the door?
I mean, it's a door,
Like
so.
which way it would swing, left
Oh.
or right?
I mean, it would swing away from where the lock is, right? So
Yeah. Cool. So on the side opposite the lock,
yeah,
I'm just going to turn the wall into sand.
that's the thing you can do.
Just like a strip of the wall that the door is anchored to.
Then
I
the door will
turn.
just break in basically. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so again, Kuya just like has to draw some stuff with chalk.
Mhm.
And then I think I like sit down and I have like a random piece of paper or something that I like origami into the shape of the door and then like tear along the edge or something. And as I'm tearing, it's just like sand, sand, sand.
I like that. Yeah. And the thing just like comes apart. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if it works. So obstacle is difficulty is it's vulgar without witnesses, so 3 plus or 4 plus the highest sphere, so 6.
Okay. And I'm going to spend willpower to get 1 success.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Hey, there you go.
Knock it out of the park.
Nah, dorigami. Cool. Yeah. It goes as planned. The stone of the wall, the concrete, turns into dust, and like ashy gray dust kind of just billows into the hallway. And then you can just bend the door in because the lock is the only thing holding it up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically I like wait and for somebody to do something to make the door openable. And as soon as I like watch the sand thing and as soon as the sand hits the floor, I just push.
Okay. Yeah, there's a creak and a bend as the metal in the frame like snaps the door in. And inside there is what at first glance is like a dimly lit like a I guess okay, I won't tell you what it is. I'll describe what you see, and you can draw your own conclusions. So it's a small room, a small concrete room. Directly ahead of you, there is a greenish plastic curtain on a like curved metal like curtain rod blocking off part of the room. There's a light on the other side of the curtain that's shining into this room, so it's all kind of like dimly, like greenishly lit here. Immediately to your left, there's a metal desk. The desk has a turned off computer sitting on it. There's a coat rack with nothing on it. Immediately to your right, there's several empty like IV stands and like a mini fridge, I guess, sitting like down on the floor. The room is quiet except for the repeated kind of like bellows sound. There's this kind of like bellows noise and like a faint regular beeping coming from the other
I'll go
side.
over to the person.
Yeah, so you walk over and there's this like curtain in the way. And so you want to just like pull the curtain aside and like go in?
Yep.
Dramatically draw the curtain.
Yeah,
do.
and of course.
I beeline straight to thing, dramatically draw the curtain aside. Who is it?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna play this game, when you dramatically pull the curtain aside, we take a break.
Perfect.
And
We
then
cut to commercial.
We cut to commercial.
I love it.
And we'll come back and we'll reveal who's behind the curtain when we return. So stick around. We'll be right back after this.